It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves. And this is episode 175. Hello, everybody, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your host, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves, and I am joined by my co-host, Have 600 in the building. Have, say what's up.
What's up? What's going on, family? Thank you guys for watching and tuning in yet again to another week of the Ambition Hour.
To another edition of the Ambition Hour.
175.
I can't believe it, Javier. That's crazy.
175. Every single time I tell people the episode, I even felt like that was like we're at 55, but now it's just like, oh shit, oh shit, y'all.
Yeah. I actually just reposted from episode 30 with DJ EFN on my Instagram story, and even like thinking about how long ago that was, like that's crazy. That was like more than 100 episodes ago.
More than 100 episodes ago. Shout out to DJ EFN. We are officially part of the Drink Champs family. Even though I ain't drinking, but neither here nor there. I'm a smoke champ.
You a smoke champ. They got that. How? We part of that gang.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My membership's still valid.
All right. I know that's right. We're going to start the episode how we always start it, and that is by saying what we are grateful for. Hav, I would like for you to go first. So what are you grateful for this week?
I'm grateful for, I guess I'm grateful for myself. Fuck it, I'm gonna be a little bit, narcissistic a little bit with it. Just grateful for myself because I think that sometimes I underestimate the strength that I have, the influence that I have, the reach and stuff like that, and sometimes doubt, the whispers of doubt or the whispers of what someone told you, or but that's the old you. That have you seen that TikTok was this like, that's old coochie, this new coochie, like this is designer coochie, it's called couche.
I'm dead.
It's kind of like how I feel a little bit like about myself, like that's the old me, like y'all referring and all that chat is the old me, and y'all and the new me is bigger, better, back, and I'm better than ever. So yeah. Just that. What about you? What are you grateful for?
I am grateful for, wow, this is really hard because as I was asking, I was thinking, and the first thing that came to my mind was really just my parents. Super grateful for them. Sometimes you don't want to tell your parents your problems because you're like, I'm grown. I don't need to tell my parents what I'm going through. So you put so much pride, but I was able to communicate with both of my parents of like something that I was going through and fighting internally. And both of them gave me like awesome ass advice, and it was great and refreshing. And I was very grateful for the people that I asked for advice and they gave it to me. But it just like was so much more different from coming from my parents. So I'm grateful for my parents because that's like unconditional.
Yeah, shout out to my father for not pulling out. That's a fact. I'm also grateful for that tomorrow. We're recording this on Thursday. Spoiler alert. Tomorrow, we don't know, if Kanye, Drake, whoever the fuck decides to release. I'm grateful that I could get this wrap for my tattoo. A lot of people are unfamiliar with this new way to kind of hear your tattoos in the process.
Yes.
So it's just like a plastic, a transparent, wrap that is almost like a cast, really. Like it just kind of protects it and stuff like that. So you don't have to always, wipe it down, wash it, moisturize it and all that stuff, even though you still got to do that afterwards.
Yeah, once you take it off. But at least that first week, because that first week anything can happen with a tattoo. Like sweat can get on it. Literally, like how House said, anything can happen to it. That
trip
first
and fall and scrape or some shit like that.
Exactly.
So shout out to Chris, but also I want to give another special. Hold on, man. I'm grateful for a lot of shit. Grateful for my barber Carlos. You already know, man. Appreciate you always plugging me in. He plugged me in with Chris, who did my tat, and then always just taking care of me because I stay fresh even though I'm not even on camera. But just know I am to the T's today.
Yes. And if you guys haven't noticed, she's red today. And I actually got my hair done with Carlos's wife, Ashley.
Right.
So
his
shout
and
out to
hers.
Ashley. Yes, his
a
and
sponsor of the podcast. Let's not forget.
Yes, and we love their clearly we love going to their salon. It's located now in on 184 and US 1 in that shopping plaza that's in there.
With the Popeyes.
But yes, the Popeyes. It's a Miami, like a salon suite. So make sure that you guys go check them out. They're in number 3.
But the hair is given.
It's giving poison ivy.
It's giving poison ivy. Yeah, it's giving poison ivy.
It's giving Latina poison ivy. And then I even have
I was
like
gonna say Ivy Queen.
Yeah, so okay, shout out to her. I love Ivy Queen. I did grow up listening to her, so shout out to
Another
that.
Latina queen.
Yes, another Latina queen. I just, for me, like, I don't know, with the green and then the red, it kind of like, that's what it gave me, the vibes, poison ivy vibes.
So how do you feel? Hold on, before we get into all the shenanigans, how do you feel though? Like, what would you say to someone who thought about, because I also did, the blonde, and something I've always thought about, but kind of never really pulled the trigger. What would you say to someone who's kind of been thinking, should I dye my hair? Should I not dye my hair? Should I do this, do that? So you're saying do it.
Yeah. I mean, this is before I got my hair dyed, because even with you, when you were like, I want to get my hair, like, I want to do blonde, I was just like, all right, do it.
Yeah, but some motherfuckers don't know how to take their own advice.
Yeah, that's very true. I am one of them, one that doesn't always take my advice. So, but yeah, I definitely would tell anybody to just do it. A lot of girls have actually been hitting me up and they're like, oh my God, like, how did she get it from black to red? Like, that was such a great job. And I want to do it. And this isn't like, you inspired me. And I'm just like, yes, girl, go do it. Like, don't even think about it. Like, and I'm going to keep posting so to hype you up, because I've dyed my hair before, but I had never dyed it this color, and it had been like maybe like 10 years that last time I dyed it.
What did you dye it? Damn, I can't really remember. What
I
color
actually
was it?
have a picture. It was like it kind of looks like this color, but not really. Let me show you, and then you can be the judge.
It was
So
more brunette, I guess, or show the camera if anything.
this is a
So
really
if you guys
bad
were
picture. I don't think you guys can see it that well, but you can see the color.
Yeah, we can't see you, but we can see the color.
Yeah.
Almost the same. Oh, almost the same color. That's a
This was-
TGOD era.
Yeah, this is probably a little bit more darker, more brownish. You can't really see in the like too much right now, because my hair I didn't get like a super bright red. I got like a good red. I feel like a rich red. And this one was a little bit more red brown. I'm not sure, but yeah, so that was the last time that I had my hair dyed, and then I just literally just let it what do you call it? I just let it grow, and then I ended up dyeing it, and then I cut it. So I had like my original hair for some time. So yeah, so that was a little trick that I did, but
So this is your sign.
yeah,
Go to your salon.
And if you in Miami, you better hit my girl Ashley up. Like,
hit her up, his and hers. It pulls up.
pull.
It pulls up when you do the Google searches. So
It sure does. And definitely on my page and all of that stuff. So make sure that y'all go check them out, like how we were saying. Let's get into these topics, Hav. I'm excited.
let's get into it.
I feel
National
like
Pet Day.
yes, is it National Pet or Dog?
Dog, I'm sorry.
National Dog Day. So shout out to my baby. Bay. And to all the dogs out there, I'm sure that there's a lot of dog parents out there. I personally am at peace right now knowing that my child is sleeping in her place right now, because Shawty was wildin' earlier. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I love being a dog mom. So yeah. So happy National Dog Day. I know you're probably listening another day, but yeah, apparently August 26th is that day. So yes. So let's go ahead and get into these topics. I am super excited. I feel like ever since that break that we took and then coming back, it's just been a little bit more refreshing. And each episode I get a little bit more and more excited, because it's just like, ooh, like getting into the groove of things, like after not doing it for some time. So I'm excited. Okay. So let's go ahead. Speaking of dogs, this is really sad actually to be saying this, and this is what we're gonna start it with. Kid Cudi's dog passed away. It's so sad. And I wanted to talk about this because like he was really heartbroken, and a lot of his fans were very heartbroken as well. Like that's how like that he has like a really big following, because R.I.P. and his dog's name I think is Freshie. R.I.P. Huh?
Frenchie, no.
I thought it was Freshie or Frenchie. Is it Frenchie?
I thought it was Frenchie because it's a Frenchie.
Hold on, because
I could be confused.
Yeah, his name is Freshie.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
I'm illiterate, so.
Yeah, he was. His name is Freshie, and he passed away. And something that doesn't get talked about enough, I feel, is losing a dog or losing a pet. Like, that is something that is so hard. I've experienced it firsthand, and going through that pain, and then like, you literally lose a person like in your home, like somebody that was taking up space, somebody that was giving love, somebody that was there for such a long time and then is no longer there. It's like a super sad thing to go through, losing a pet. So condolences to Kid Cudi. Yeah, it's not easy. Mm-hmm. I know it's not easy. Even like I was joking around saying that we call Bae Nala sometimes because it's just like,
It's the OG's the OG. Yeah, man. Cudi, we put our arms around you. We're here to support you during this tough time. And yeah, man. Shit, man. Stay positive. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah, stay positive, and
because I know he's dealt with some,
just have
like all of us, some mental issues.
Just like think of the good times. I feel like that always helps, like the good times, because I like what I'm extra hard about myself when it comes to like, Nala and her passing and stuff is like me being hard on myself, saying I wasn't a good enough dog parent. And so that's why I feel like sometimes I overcompensate with Bae, because I'm like, oh my God, I was such a horrible dog parent to my other child. And she does not deserve this. So she deserves a better version of myself, because we continue to grow every day. So how can you not grow in all areas of your life? Am I right?
Right. That's the old you.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't even me no more. So yeah. So if you've ever lost a dog, and you know how hard it is to go through that, so
yeah, throw that RP in the comments.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so in the same topic of music, SZA dropped 3 songs on a private sound. Well, it was not a private SoundCloud because I was able to listen to it, but it was a like
non-disclosed.
Yeah, like it was like
not under her name.
Not under her name, but she shared it. And I got to listen to the 3 songs that she dropped. I don't remember the names. I just remember all of them being good. And I sent them to people that like I care about. I sent it to them because I was just like, this is dope as fuck. Like, let me like share the wealth. And it was there were really good songs. I'm hoping somebody took them down. It wasn't her. So I don't know who it was. It was probably Punch.
Punch was like, shit, y'all ain't getting this till y'all buy the album. Fuck
for real.
That.
But yeah, so I got to listen to the songs and they were really good. I am hoping that at least one of them or maybe 2 of them are on the project. Or
which one? I Hate You?
I'm just hoping that we get a project like at this point. I Hate You. I don't remember that. I don't remember how they go.
A quick
Up and down, baby. Lost in the lion first. Lost in no finding us.
Something like that.
That's crazy. Imagine a whole album like that.
I mean, I'm still waiting for T-shirt to come out.
True.
Anything SZA is. Man, how do you feel about hearing? Well, I mean, she did release this, so I guess it was the green light. Mm-hmm. But like, even with this Kanye shit, because some people are like, "Oh, but we already heard the album," because they watched the stream, or then sometimes the leaks.
The album has never been the same.
Right, and then also, but like, there's leaks that happen with albums, stuff like that. Where do you stand on that? Because sometimes, we'll go.
I personally enjoy it. It depends, because if I catch it when it leaks, or like when the person posts it, or like on when they post it on like those type of pages, to me, I love that, because it's kind of like, the artist is letting us listen to it.
Yeah, like when Ari did it, that was really cool.
Yeah, Ari has done the same thing. So when Ari did it, I loved it, enjoyed it, and thought that it was genius. So then when I see the opportunity to listen to 3 songs of SZA, maybe that don't even make the project, but it's just like, oh, this is kind of like the sound that she's working on, I'm all for it, because it doesn't matter if I hear all of the leaked tracks. I'm going to listen to them when an album drops too. So I think that it's not bad when it's leaked or when it's leaked or dropped by somebody that shouldn't have dropped it, and the artist, it wasn't. That's when like I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna listen to that.
To me, I don't know if this is exclusive to only Kanye West, but like, because I remember My Doctors of Fantasy had some leaks and all that stuff, or I was a little bit into industry, I guess you could say, and then Tio Jose, my godfather, he had an early copy of it or whatever like that, and I didn't want to listen to it until like I got the CD, until it dropped, because one, knowing, and even now in this day and age where you could literally work to the album probably to the end of the day, and being Kanye West, Apple and all these places are gonna make sure that it's uploaded and secured upload for tomorrow or midnight release. I almost want to wait, like, or I give that respect of like, damn, I don't want to just listen to all this shit because I don't know if you're gonna change something. Because then that's also too, you get like demoitis. You're like, damn, but a little bit, I guess. Kanye has to be part of this too with the Tiana Taylor, and then everyone loving the snippets that she came out with, and then hearing the album and being like, wait, but it doesn't sound the same. The 808 is different, or the sample ain't the same. So I don't know. I really like giving that artist that space. A little bit hints to why I was hard on like making sure we talked about that pack, the Anderson .Paak thing about
the tattoo,
about the tattoo, about after he transitions. So yeah, like I want to make sure that. And I know being an artist too, like, man, if I don't have the green light on it, I don't want people to hear it, you know, type thing. Or
that it goes like the same thing with like basically what I was saying, kind of like if the artist isn't the one who's dropping it and promoting it, then I don't really want to hear it. I do want to add that that happened to me with one of the songs that the boys have, On and On.
Yeah.
So I had heard it when it wasn't mixed, the rough version, and that's the one that I fell in love with. Had it in my phone, would listen to it all the time, and then it gets mixed when it gets on the album,
and it don't sound the same.
And I was just like, well, damn, what they did to my song. So
yeah,
but it's supposedly this dude is dropping this project tomorrow, so we'll get into that a little bit later, because I did want to talk about Kendrick and the letter that he, I guess, posted for everybody to read. Can I read it?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, so it's dated August 20th, 2021, and he says, I spend most of my days with fleeting thoughts, writing, listening, and collecting old beach cruisers. The morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without a phone. Love, loss, and grief have disturbed my comfort zone, but the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. While the world around me evolves, I reflect on what matters the most, the life in which my words will land next. As I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been a part of a cultural imprint after 17 years, the struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators. As I continue to pursue my life's calling, there's beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I prayed for you all. See you all soon. Oklahoma. So.
And you read it a little too quick. I couldn't get it on the screen, but it's all good. So yeah, what do you think about that, or what? Yeah.
I first and foremost, I'm trying to be collecting old beach cruisers and riding in silence and all that stuff on the beach. Another thing is going without a phone for months. I can do no social media for a month, but like no phone. That's crazy. So inspiration already. If you didn't know, Kendrick is a Gemini, so a lot of this is on brand for him. For a Gemini, if you ask me. I guess the main thing that everybody has been zooming in on, if you will, is pretty much him, saying that it's going to be his final TDE album. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, happens. I mean, sometimes you're somewhere for a very long time, and then you decide like, hey, okay, I think it's time to move on from this. And if that's what you decide to do, I mean, he's saying that he's following his like life plan, you know what I mean? And sometimes when you are following that means you kind of have to let other things go.
Right. And him starting the PG Lang I don't know, label, studio,
Something.
whatever you want to call it. I think him, and this has kind of been whispers around him leaving TDE, but him having that, and it's just something that couldn't coexist, or like couldn't just be under TDE, or just doesn't fit with that. Sometimes partnerships have to end, right? Because now there's growth. He wants to do his own thing. Keem, who's becoming his own star, is his cousin, and they have something coming out tomorrow.
Oh, they do on Friday. Yes,
On Friday, called Family Ties. A little snippet video came out as well.
Normani's in it.
And Normani's in it as well. So it's just very interesting, and I think it's not any shade to TDE. Like it's actually, I think it's just kind of like an end of a partnership, and for him, and if he feels that way, and it has to be away from TDE, I'm pretty sure Punch and all of them have discussed this, have talked about this.
Yeah, he wouldn't have put that.
And gone through the motions of what this is and what they want to do. Looking very forward to any new Kendrick we need and we want.
Honestly, the last Kendrick that we got was from the Black Panther album, right?
Yeah, after he does drop the classic, but damn. So
yeah, for real. He did too.
So yeah, he went on a nice run there. So this being the final one, chapters closed, but that doesn't mean the book is done. That just means there's space for new things.
Yes, sir. He's still young and he has a lot of talent that he can do so much more. So good luck, Kendrick. Someone's saying that they ain't gonna call him Oklahoma.
They ain't gonna call him? Well, is that what he wants us to call him?
I'm not sure. He didn't say anything besides this, so I don't know why people are thinking that. But also he did sign it like Oklahoma instead of saying like Kendrick.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Is that his
real name? Is that his real name?
Nah, Kendrick Lamar. I know Kendrick's his real name, and his last name, and his middle name is Lamar, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the Kendrick story correctly. I thought it was always like, when he does the "I'm Kendrick Lamar." I thought it was kind of like a hint at that, but I could be wrong. And also, I like it that it seems that he is taking his younger cousin. I think it's his cousin Keem. I just know they're related. I'm not sure if it's cousin or whatever have you with that, but like almost like not taking it personal, but like he's fully taking him under his wing, and with that, he, instead of him bringing him to top dog, it was rather than like, no, let me be hands-on with this into my own thing, and now is the perfect time for me to start my own label, to have that. I'm not sure because I know Kendrick's not playing this game or anything like that, but I'm sure seeing the success with Dreamville and what they had with Revenge of the Dreamers, and Cole having that entity,
and so much hands-on with that project, because you saw like in the documentary like him like really being there.
And so maybe not saying that he's looking to compete with it, because I think TDE and Dreamville, it's kind of a good competition there.
But why wouldn't he like want to? I'm sure Kendrick has always wanted to have his own thing, how you're saying, like now is a time to kind of do it, because
right.
He didn't say it was his last album, but he did say it's his last album with TDE. So what if it's like a all right type of thing? I don't know. That could also be a conspiracy there. They saying that Kendrick, Kanye, and Drake all dropping on the same day. Who you listening to first?
I'm listening to Kanye. Fuck, man. I want to be. I want to say Kendrick because if it's a project, because of Kendrick's literally he's batting at 500 right now. He simply cannot miss. But damn, that's really a tough one, because then Drake too. I don't know. Someone put Kanye and Drake. Who you listening to, and I went Kanye. So even with that third option, I don't know. Do we have more skin in the game with Kanye kind of thing? Like damn, we've been listening to him since fucking the college dropout, and that was 10 plus years ago.
Dang, I want to say I would listen to Kanye first. Like that's who I would put first. I talk mad shit about the live stream of the album, but I watch it. I've watched not the whole thing, but I've watched a good amount of them. I actually think that it should be
Man,
happening right now.
this oh yeah, in Chicago. This album almost came out 20 years ago. We're about like at 18 years from
what album?
the college dropout and late registration.
Dead.
So yeah, tell me you're old without not being without without telling me you're old.
That is crazy.
So you'll listen to Kanye first.
I have to say Kanye.
Who do you think is going to have the better project? Let's say that. Like, okay, you're going to listen to Kanye first. Who has the better project? Kendrick has the better project in my opinion out of those three.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then
I thought it was just Kanye and Drake, because supposedly like each of them supposedly are dropping albums, but I don't think that's true.
I think, and this is if we want to take Kendrick out of that race, is Kanye versus. I think Kanye versus Drake. I think Kanye has the better album, but Drake got the better vibe.
Honestly,
because we could listen to it in the car, things like that. I think Donda, especially being named after his mother, not saying it's a personal album, but there could be some things, that is not there. And maybe sometimes we don't want to be as holy as Kanye has been recently.
True. I just probably wouldn't I've never really been the one to run to the Drake album either. So I just thinking about it, the other albums, the other ones that have dropped, I'll probably listen to that day and then that's it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I listen to albums weird sometimes. Sometimes I'll listen to it the day it drops. Sometimes I won't pay attention to it. Sometimes, I guess because of course of this, I'm listening to projects the day that they drop, because I know Belly is dropping, and I want to say that West Side is dropping too, and I know that Currency is dropping 8 albums all at one time. So
Jesus, just in case I needed more homework. So next week
and
is
your
a
guys
2-hour.
and your guys' homework for next week is to listen to all of these projects. Haha. Which one will we review? Just kidding.
Right. That sounded like what Pokemon is it? Or whatever. Guess that Pokemon.
I did grow up on that, so yeah. And Kanye, okay, so Kanye dropped Drake's address.
Was that real?
I don't know, but somebody was saying that Drake's house is a really big deal in Toronto, so you can find his address anywhere anyway. So Kanye wasn't really doing anything that bad. If that's the case, no, hold on, because my favorite thing is Kanye did a group chat and texted Drake and said some saucy ass shit in the group chat. But my favorite thing is that you see when he added Pusha to the conversation.
Oh, that's funny.
That is hilarious. That's probably one of my favorite things. I feel like Hav, you are actually talking about this, about how when Kanye does the most when it comes to marketing with the project or stuff like that, is that he's gonna drop a classic.
It goes back to 18 years ago when college dropout. The rollout was basically his car accident and his mouth wired shut. Doing that, drops a classic album. He gives us a movie and drops a song every Friday for the next couple Fridays before the album comes out with My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
For real.
A classic. Wait, hold on one more minute. Before My Dark Twisted Fantasy, he goes versus 50 Cent. They got a Rolling Stones cover. They was on every single show. They were the talk of the town. Bro,
that shit was crazy. When they did that battle.
Yep. They shut down Madison Square Garden. I'm here at Billboard. I didn't see this before, but it's saying that Kanye versus Drake, the new Kanye versus 50, revisiting the epic 2007 chart. And then...
Hey, I bought the Kanye album with my money. With my money.
Yes.
With my graduation money, actually.
And I have to admit that I did get the 50 Cent album.
What a house that was divided.
Not divided.
We weren't divided. We were just because you've always been a 50 fan too.
Yeah, and then really what psyched me was I Get Money. I thought that was gonna be a bigger record, and I was like, okay, hold on, this would be good. But I was G Unit, then I was G Unit because I fucked with Game, and then I was like, oh, but 50's cool, so I was I was all over the place a little bit, but yeah, definitely a 50 fan. So
I feel like after that album, like his career wasn't the same.
No, I think maybe he would say the same. Would say the same a little bit, but yeah, especially since he said, "Oh, if I lose, I quit," and then he didn't keep the word, and a little bit too, kind of similar to what Tyler was saying about Khaled. Because I think Khaled's career probably not might be the same either, but if it is, I mean, hey, much success, kiss the ring, all that shit. You smart, whatever, Khaled.
You smart.
Because his whole fixation is being number one.
Yeah,
and that was 50's game for a while. He was going up on High 97 with the sound scan saying, "Hey, Ja Rule, you sold this many. Jada, you sold this many. Oh, y'all motherfuckers can't buy this or that. Fat Joe, blah, 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 blah," or whatever the fuck he could say. We run the charts. That was his whole thing of running the charts. But when you don't do that, it's like your superpower is gone a little bit,
Yep.
especially when you cling on that power of being number one.
Yep.
There's another rollout that I'm forgetting, not St. Pablo, because that was still a great rollout with him doing this is a mixture between Yeezus and the Life of Pablo, because with Yeezus he did the whole anti-corporate, he did the projectors on the screen, that type of rollout, and those songs still get placements on movies. And then with the Madison Square Garden, with the Life of Pablo, with the arena, so he kind of is like combining those two and giving us this. I just think when he's really focused on a rollout, and it seems that 3 listening parties should kind of tell you that he's kind of serious about this rollout.
And they're at stadiums, like you buy these tickets. It's not like no, it's not like he's giving them away. No,
we
like
was looking at them
you
too
got
last
you got to
week.
buy them because tickets to Atlanta are very cheap. So
Shit,
always was just like, I don't know, maybe we can make it. Like
maybe we'll just slide. I got a cousin who lives over there, right? Yeah,
like it's always like something. So like, yeah, man. I mean, I hope we get some new music this week from like Kanye. I know other people are dropping again, but just
excited about that Belly if that's
Belly is
because that
he's
interview that they did with Maul and Rory was good. Shout out to the boys.
Yeah. But he's doing RSVP to Belly's live virtual launch party for his new album. I wonder when it is. It's tonight at 8:30, and it probably already ended.
Currency never really disappointed in my book.
Currency is
he can't do no wrong, especially when we met him. So yeah, who else did you say? Just in case we don't get, if we. They don't gotta drop on the same day.
I think I was reading that West Side was gonna drop.
West Side. West Side.
But that's just me like hoping and not paying attention to
the stir.
Yeah.
West Side Gun. Yeah, that should be good. Man, I think hasn't he been talking about his last album? I hope it's not yet, because he makes great bodies of work. But. Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday to Dom Kennedy. We were just listening to him, and I know it was his birthday this past week.
RP, a real LA King, a real LA Dodger. I've been bumping Dom Kennedy this whole week, to be honest.
Nice.
So yeah, going through the Yellow album.
And you didn't know it was his birthday this past week?
Nah, not at all.
How funny.
No, not at all.
I follow his ladies, so that's how I knew it was his birthday. Because sometimes.
And it's still RIP to Nip. I know that we celebrated Kobe's birthday this week too. So RIP to Kobe. It's weird how that kind of flows and rhymes a little bit.
I know. And I didn't laugh because he passed away. I was laughing because we said it at the same time. So just to clarify, guys.
Yeah, for real, don't come for her. Don't come for
Don't
please.
come for me. I love Kobe.
We left Disney when we found out that Kobe passed.
I was telling Ashley actually that story. I was just like, we were in Animal Kingdom when we found out the news, and probably like 30 minutes later, we were like, "Let's go."
Yeah, I can't be happy.
I can't be happy right now. Not even here. Not like even it was so tough.
I think we even like got on the road. It was just like no.
Yeah, we didn't even. I think I just got like
pillows,
just got my French fries and just dipped. We were just like out, like get me out of here. So.
Do you think sometimes you eat food with to help your anxiety a little bit?
I've been wanting pizza this past week, and the week that I've had, and it's solely off of comfort, just to comfort me, because I feel like my anxiety is through the roof, my mind is in shambles right now, and
that man got some hands, huh?
My mind is fucking Mike Tyson. Like that's the type of hands my mind has, because it's been beating me the fuck up. So I wanted to eat like pizza, and like I kept saying I wanted pizza, but I'm like so in love with my results. Even though the pizza won't mess them up because it's like whatever, but at the same time, like I don't want to give in to that every single time, you know, because
it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, because like I just know better, you know what I mean? Like, because I know if I buy one entire pizza, I'm gonna finish that box. Maybe not in one sitting, but I'm gonna finish it. Like,
It's gonna go down.
it's gonna go down. Like, I'm gonna have at least 4 slices the first time, and then the other slices it's not it's not cute. So I have to be mindful of that, like, you know. So, but yes, to answer your question, yes, comfort food when my anxiety is through the roof. What I decided to do instead, which was cost efficient and wasn't that crazy, like as far as like what I was eating, was I would have cereal. Cereal is also like kind of I feel like cereal is like a comfort food as well, but it's just not to the extreme of what like pizza is. Cause like
what is my bad? What is pizza would have more carbs basically? Right?
Yeah, pizza would have more carbs, and then the cheese and the sauce and the grease and all of that. Like it's just a lot. So then like I've just been
almond milk and
some almond milk and some cereal. Then you're just good. So that has been something that has comforted me. So I decided to go for the lesser evil, I guess you can say, when it came to something to comfort me. So yeah, I definitely am not gonna get that pizza. So I'll let you guys know if I gave in within from the time the episode drops till then. So ESPN is moving on from Rachel Nichols. She had said some racist. Well, no, it wasn't racist. She just basically said something along the lines of like the whole Black Lives Matter movement and the Me Too movement. Am I incorrect?
You know, you're kind of head on. I just want to elaborate a little bit on it. She basically said that ESPN is playing nice.
Yeah.
They're not. They're really trying to please the public and make sure they're not, you know, not. She wasn't kind of like disrespecting or calling out any of the talent that they were doing or showcasing. She was really more saying like, oh, ESPN basically like has their hands tied behind their back and are, you know, I'm forgetting the word, just like overly pleasing or like
trying to they're doing too much when it comes to
right, like
wanting to like include everybody
and
or something
and be part of the woke culture and
so she was just talking mad saucy and that shit bit her in the ass.
And that shit will be, especially like when you're talking saucy about your employer like that, like let alone you kind of like touch this, you know, a touchy subject. And
girl,
then you're just like, yeah, they kind of like sweating the bed a little bit.
Yeah, so they basically decided to move on from her. So she got
the jump is canceled. Yeah,
so pretty much, my girl lost her job and now she's in the unemployment line. But
and she's been with ESPN when Vince Carter was joining the league. So we like talked about Vince when he was retiring. So she's been there for like probably 20 years or so.
That's crazy. Damn, girl, you'll be all right. I've seen people leave ESPN and have great careers. I don't know about her because I don't know. I feel like because there's gonna be somebody who's just gonna be like, I love what you did in ESPN.
Whatever it is, I mean, she really, it would have to have a network or something like that has a great affiliation with the NBA. If not, maybe something like a Showtime, perhaps. But I don't know. It might be a little dicey there for her because, or either that or I don't know. I don't know. Wish her nothing but the best. But yeah, they basically canceling that and they're kind of restructuring their whole NBA broadcasting that they have because Rachel was big on that. Actually, you know, she was you know, let's say the star player. If you want to say it like that, like
basketball coverage.
The basketball coverage. Yeah, exactly.
Well, girl, listen, you gonna be all right. But you were saying that Stephen A. Smith was saying that he wanted to take over the show, or
so Stephen A. Smith I saw a tweet. They said that this man is carrying ESPN like LeBron James did the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think back that first with Boobie Gibson. Is that his name? That first time they went versus the Spurs and they got swept. He's basically carrying ESPN the same way LeBron did the Cavaliers. And
Gotta love.
he's basically he's demanding a big three. He wants to do NBA countdown, basically the pregame show and going into the games, which Magic did this with Turner with TNT. He basically wants him, Michael Wilbon, OG, pardon the interruption. I don't think that you don't need
If you don't know,
you gotta get
better find out.
You better find out, yeah. And then Magic Johnson being that third person for they could talk basketball. Personally, that sounds like a great lineup. Sign me up. I mean, not saying that they could. It's a little bit better than what they had. Even though I love Jalen and his countdown too. When they were what they were doing, I'm forgetting the other two people that were there with Jalen. But
is that the one that was like in halftime for the game for the
yes,
finals?
basically, yeah.
Listen, I'm way too much of a
Inside-
shot,
yeah,
like
inside
an
the
inside the
NBA.
NBA fan to like even want to acknowledge that show.
But it not saying it shifts the pendulum, but it kind of gives them more of a fighter chance because the insight there that the Michael Wilbon and Stephen A have, because they would do the coverage after, like on SportsCenter.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you just add a Hall of Famer like Magic Johnson. I mean, yeah, sign me up. I mean, not saying that they won up countdown, because they just have nothing but legends there, and they have a big four. They don't have a big three. So I wouldn't be mad if Jalen's still on that panel too, because I think Jalen's perspective is great. He's funny, and he really knows how to make a moment. I would say I'm not mad at Richard Jefferson either. I think he's a great analyst too. But yeah. That's basically what bruh's basically saying, like, yo, I want this to be done.
Yeah, like I want this, and I want me, and this, and these people. And listen, ESPN is giving him what he wants, because they done took Homeboy out of First Take. Did they take the girl out too?
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know about that. I don't think so.
But yeah, so because it's still gonna be like the debate, it's just gonna be him against different people, not with Max Kellerman.
Right. And I don't know if this means a restructure of First Take. I don't know if this means that First Take is no longer, because remember, First Take's been going on since Woody Page and Skip Bayless. So that's like 10 years ago. I think it was.
It has to be more.
It has to. I could look it up. But yeah, basically, I don't know if it's going to be a whole new structure, but what they basically want to do is just have, it was 2007 that it first came out. So I'm not sure if Molly is going to be there, but because it's just basically going to be Stephen A versus the world is what they say. Him probably going like debating Big Perk. I think Kellerman could still be a part of it, because they want Kellerman more on the radio side. Mm-hmm. That was already his deal.
Like his bag. Yeah.
Well, yeah, his bag is what I mean. Yeah, his bag. And he's going to do the show with, I believe it's Keyshawn and Jay Williams.
Okay.
Which is a great show. I forget the guy's name who was there, who was kind of covering the other guy who was part of the crew. I'm forgetting that guy's name. I'm horrible with names, but
it's okay.
But yeah, like
that dude,
that dude, and the guy that they had here, I thought him and Keyshawn will bounce back and forth. Great. I liked a couple of their segments that they did there. But it's things are changing, and this happens ever so often with ESPN. It's so weird because like usually when when a change happens in ESPN, it's a little bit noticeable, because like usually whatever happened in ESPN happens for a long time.
Yeah, because they're long-term shows.
Right, they're
long-term people.
Anchors, personalities, right? Like it was like all of a sudden you didn't see Boomer anymore, and you're just like, whoa, what happened? Like and then you start seeing new faces, and you're like, whoa.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Or where did they go, et cetera, things like that, yeah.
Kerry Champion wasn't there. Skip wasn't there. That was a little bit of had to get some used to getting Molly and Kellerman a little bit, so.
I'm reading a headline that says, ESPN King Stephen A. Smith had Max Kellerman taken off of First Take.
I kind of like that, because the disrespect that Stephen A. gives him is like, you're not even allowed to talk basketball with me. I like that's my Stephen A. voice, by the way.
That was a really good one, I have to say.
I've been practicing for a long time, man.
You have. We're really big Stephen A. fans in this household.
Huge Stephen A. Smith fans, if you guys know, since quite frankly. Back then, back when he was on the countdown, and he was like the other guy that was there You know, he was like the third mic, the fourth mic. He wasn't really there. And also, Kellerman's a little bit in the boxing world too. So
I mean,
I guess
yeah,
exciting
sometimes-
stuff. But Disney's doing a lot of exciting stuff. You just talked about what Up was doing, or what was happening.
Oh my God! Yes, they're coming out with the Oh wait, but let's finish talking
Oh,
really
okay.
quickly about
About sports.
Stephen A. because I just wanted to say that he hosted Jimmy Kimmel Live and it was really good. I saw like some clips online and it was really funny, and I just think that that's great because I feel like
Brad's a star.
there's a reason why ESPN pays him what they pay him because he's good at his job. He's good at what he does. And I mean, he's a personality. And I was watching the All the Smoke episode with him. I didn't get to finish watching it, but just like, you know, like I feel like when you're a host, you should be able to host any type of show. Like I should be able to go and host a freaking church event. I didn't mean to say freaking in front of the church event, but I'm just saying, like, as a host, you should be able to host any single type of show. So for him to do like late night, I think is great. We've seen it with Inside the NBA when they've done like SNL and stuff like that. They did like a meditation skit with him, and that was good because then you also get to see like his personality outside of like talking about sports and just like, you know, the persona that is Stephen A. Smith. So shout out to him for that. Disney is, coming out with a show based on Doug, the character, the dog from Up. And got that
Perfect
news
time
today.
to announce it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I thought so too. I was just like, oh, y'all smart. Y'all going, because they definitely did like,
did there.
yeah, they're just like, oh, watch the trailer, celebrate National Dog Day by watching the trailer. I see you. Up is one of my favorite movies, so I'm definitely going to be watching that. I also watched Luca. Wasn't not planning to talk about this, but I watched Luca last week, and I thought that was a really cute movie. I really enjoyed it.
Is that a Pixar movie or is that just a Disney
It's
movie?
a Pixar movie, but it is a Disney Plus original.
Ah, okay, cool.
Like it's a Disney Plus original. I really, really loved it. Loved the storyline. Loved like the ending. Like it was just a really good movie all around. Loved it. Highly recommend it.
And then we got the news that Spidey is coming back.
I was just about to bring that up, but yes, sir. Jav, you're a really big Spider-Man fan. Are you excited?
I am super excited because I honestly think that this kid is the best Peter Parker that we've got on screen, and this is coming from the guy who was climbing walls when he saw Tobey Maguire on theaters.
Can I please share the story of you literally climbing walls when we were younger?
Yeah, of course.
I think I already did, but Jav would legit, like, he would blow my mind every single time. Remember? I would get so excited, and I would, like, tell people not knowing that, like, he shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you have to look at what he does. And then, like, he would do it, and then he would get in trouble, and I would feel bad.
Man, talk about what a core was I building up back then.
He was doing the most of.
Yeah, honestly, was a little bit terrified. I may have been one of those guys in downtown Miami or in Times Square acting like I'm Spider-Man in a full suit. But luckily,
Luckily,
I got introduced to weed. No, I'm kidding.
and not to some other drugs.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But yeah, huge Spider-Man fan. This one looks really good. Well, and it has. Oh, why am I blanking out on this? As soon as I said it, I think it's the Sinister Six or Sinister Six, which is basically 6 villains.
Okay.
That is coming, and also from the best Spider-Man movie to date, which is Spider-Man 2, which has oh my God, why am I blinking out? I'm like nervous.
He's so excited
I'm so excited.
about
I'm like,
it.
I get to talk about this. Oh my God, there's 10 minutes left in the podcast. We got to talk about this. Dr. Octopus, he basically is reprising his role again because he did it in back at in the Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that basically of him coming back. I don't know if this is gonna have something to do with the multiverse. I'm not sure about that because they also kept the same guy who runs the newspaper as well in this one. So it looks like they're staying a little true. Yes, it is the Sinister Six, and the villains that they have, of course, is Dr. Octopus, like I said, the Green Goblin, Electro. Be really funny if we could get Jamie Foxx returning. That'll be really cool. But people hate that version of that's the Amazing Spider-Man that happened with Andrew Garfield. You also have Sandman, who was another villain that we saw in Spider-Man 3, the Lizard, which I think we saw a little bit on in one of the Spider-Mans, if I'm not mistaken, and then Vulture and Mysterio, who were the villains in part 1 and then part 2. The Vulture part 1 and then part 2 Mysterio. Scorpio and the Rhino. I think that was more than 6, or was that not more than 6?
I don't know. It sounded like a lot.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot because that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess there being speculation, but really I will want to say I know the Vulture, Mysterio, well, Green Goblin and whatchamacallit are confirmed. Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus. So that's really cool. And then also having that okay, I'm just a little bit more. I hate talking, but especially because I'm not on camera.
Well, it's okay.
But I'm a little bit nervous with the Spider-Man, because it seems that the Spider-Mans that Marvel's making, even though I think they're some of the best ones, I just don't like it how they're a little bit leaning on another superhero. Mm-hmm. We got the 2 with the second one we didn't have Iron Man because he passed away. Oh my God, I'm saying like he's ready. I was going to be like, God bless his heart.
He has fallen.
But kind of leaning on another superhero, and then this one having Doctor Strange. But then that opens up that multiverse, which WandaVision kind of taught us a little bit about, and then also with Loki. So even though it's interesting, this got to be a little nervous because I like excuse me. I think Spider-Man he could be standalone. Yeah, I think he's my favorite superhero. So I mean that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I think it's still going to be great because Marvel has yet to disappoint us. What did you think about though, or you saw the trailer, of course, right?
Sure. No, I didn't see all of it. I just saw what it was that
everybody
was hyping up on.
Well, basically because at the end of the second one, Mary Jane, Zendaya's character. Oh no, excuse me, she's not just. I think she's just Mary. I forget now. But Zendaya's character, she now knows that he's Spider-Man. And what Peter basically goes to Doctor Strange, who kind of could change things. Mm-hmm. Hey, can you let people know I am not Spider-Man? So then it kind of damn, she was riding with him as Spider-Man, so then she's going to forget all of the memories and all the times that they had. Yeah. So then Peter kind of quickly, he's like, wait a minute, I don't want her to forget. Type of thing. So a lot of people were kind of like, damn, Spidey, she was riding with you, dog. Like, why you had to go do that? But I guess we'll see how it all works out.
I, for one, am excited. Just because so much hype is going into this movie, and I'm not the biggest movie watcher. I could care less for the movies, actually. I am more of a show watcher. I like to watch shows or movies that I've already seen, and I'm also like action. It's like, so, but I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it with you, Hav. So I'm excited for that because.
Yeah. Well, what did it say? I saw a tweet saying, "Let's all get vaccine for we can watch this goddamn Spider-Man movie."
For real. I actually just got my second dose, so I'm fully vaccinated.
And I was trying to make my appointment. And then I was trying to make my appointment for my vaccine. Yeah. I don't got to make one?
No, at the zoo. Listen, if you in the Miami area, you better go to Metro Zoo. You don't need an appointment for your vaccine there. And you also can get a free COVID test and free vaccine at the same site. You can make your appointment for the test right then and there. They got a little barcode that you can just do. And I went on a Saturday afternoon, and for the testing, it was absolutely no line. Can't say the same for the vaccine line, but
the vaccine was packed.
The vaccine line was packed last week. Yeah.
Damn. But
I went at 12.
So I do want to get it. But yeah, I was trying to fill it out to do the appointment with it, but then I don't know. I got to the part to put my health insurance, and then I put in the wrong numbers or some shit, but that shit wasn't letting me go to the next page.
No. You just go to the zoo, pull up. I did it the first time I did it on a Friday morning, and it wasn't that crazy. I didn't do it Friday morning the last time because I didn't know how I was going to react to it. And I don't remember what I did that day. I just know that I stayed home that weekend. I didn't go outside. That was like the first weekend, and I don't know how long that I hadn't done anything, which was very refreshing because I really needed to stay my ass home. So that was cool. So yeah, so I'm fully back. So if you are in the Miami area, again, the Metro Zoo, I am not at all telling you to get vaccinated. never saying that. I'm just saying that you can go there if that's what you want. You can also go there if you want to get tested. You usually get the results within 24 hours. I want to say there's been times where it's taken a little longer than that, but you get the results pretty fast. So, I mean, it's free, it's quick, it's right there. For me, it's right there. Yeah.
And if you do have the vaccine, comment below on why did you get the particular vaccine that you got. You know, just a little call to action to wrap up the pod.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, man. Let us know.
Let us know and what y'all think.
It's back to school, y'all. So if y'all haven't figured it out yet,
I've been late twice this fucking week to my fucking
traffic
job,
is
bro.
trafficking.
Traffic is yeah, right. yeah. The cops is out there too, man. They in every little nook and cranny. So you know, I know you want to rush, but
They're trying to get everybody, bro.
They're trying to
meet a quota. A quota.
Especially at the end of the month. It's the end of the month, so please be safe
For
while you
real.
driving. Also, please be safe with your kids.
Oh my God.
So-
Can I please say this? Because I don't have kids, but like I do not need to know what school your guys' kids go to. Like, and I don't mean that like in a rude way. I'm saying that in like a safety way, like their school, the name of their teacher, and then cause like think about it, right? So you put their name, you put the name of their teacher, you put the name of their school, and then your name is on your Instagram. So anybody can go to the school and say, oh, well, I'm a friend of your mom. Say the name of the mom, the child's name, the name of the school. Oh, yes. And then the teacher and all this stuff. Oh,
So you really making me paranoid because that Breaking Bad shit. I've been rewatching Breaking Bad. Shit, sometimes people that if you're in the right panic or you could act it well. Oh my God, please, blah, 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 you know, like you're catching your breath. You could.
you can
Listen to what the host is saying now. Keep on
like I'm just that's just something that I just wanted to go out and say because like I said, I don't have kids, but like even with Bae with her like little tag that we had for her when she was younger, it had like all of our information on there, and so I would be very careful of like posting that on social media because I don't want motherfuckers to know where I live. like what the fuck? Like the only person I want to know to know where I live is a person who finds my dog. If you find my dog, then you know you can pull up. You know, other than that, like I don't want no problems. Like, listen, I don't want no problems. So, yes, Hav was saying that he was watching Breaking Bad. I've been watching My Wife and Kids, which is on Hulu. Amazing, love that show. I am obsessed. I'm so happy I'm rewatching it. I grew up watching it. So I'm really happy that it's on Hulu. I am obsessed with Michael and Jay's relationship. It is so nice to see like a couple like that as an adult, seeing that type of relationship and seeing like the bond that they have and everything. It's just a beautiful show and I really enjoy it and I think it's hilarious, and that's what I've just been watching a lot lately. So
what you thought about the post that of course NWO made? Wait, hold on.
Oh, of Jay. Oh yes, that's coming out next year.
Oh wow, okay. So ESPN and Netflix have the Black Mamba, August 2021, a 10-part
22.
documentary, 22, excuse me, to honor the legacy of Kobe Bryant's NBA champion, MVP, All-Star, Oscar winner, but most importantly, a girl dad. I love that he has that Oscar winning. That's my
that changes things.
That really sets him apart. Even Jordan was saying that. Hold on, I wanted to shout out to the NWO podcast family. We need to get these boys on here. Man, they had some shit where it was basically with that actress and saying, what do y'all refer to her as?
Jay or Gina. For me, I said Michael Kyle. It's who would she pick? Michael or Martin? For me, I listen, I love Martin and I love that show, but Jay pick Michael Kyle. Like that's who that's who it is. And that, because it's just like, man, like they just built a life together and all of this stuff. Something that I did notice that was kind of like a similarity was that Jay's best friend, Michael, which is the husband in the show, he like, they're always like bickering at each other, kind of like Pam and Martin. So I noticed that this time around watching it, that I was just like, oh, okay, they kind of like kept that going. But I also think that that's just something that husbands do with the best friends, is kind of like they
because the best friend's never on our side. The best friend, oh, you should leave him. Da 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 da. Let's go out. He don't let you go out anymore. Oh, he's so controlling. This and that, pointing out all our flaws, bitch. That's why you alone.
Ooh. I'm speaking from personal experience.
So my wife and kids ran from. So no, I'm just looking at how many whatchamacallit. Oh wow, both of them had 5 seasons. So I'm about to say, but who was she more on screen with? Because I feel. Wait, hold on, but she wasn't there for that last 5th season of Martin.
Well, she wasn't with him on, and in My Wife and Kids, they're high school sweethearts.
I just feel a little bit like there's more of a chemistry there. I could be wrong. My Martin experts, go ahead and
something that I liked is pretty much the dynamic, like how you were saying, and something that I saw somebody say was that she was able to be more goofy with Damon, essentially, because that character, the dynamic between them two as parents, it opened the door for them to be funnier on screen.
I was gonna say that too, and I don't know if it's the whole parenting aspect of the show too that gives them that
extra,
that comedic relief, a little bit like that. It's not just so much of the girlfriend that she's playing. You know what I mean? Man. Real quick though, we had some the 2000s. We growing up, Claudia, we had some good sitcoms because already top tier. You have My Wife and Kids. We had my favorite sitcom of all time, which is the Bernie Mac show, and then we had Everybody Hates Chris. I thought this was a longer list, but I'm not seeing too much. Well, of course, we had That's So Raven there too. George Lopez came out. Claudia's favorite show. I'm just kidding, not her favorite show.
Which one, George Lopez?
No.
Which one?
What is it?
Cosby Show?
No, Reba.
Oh, listen, you'll catch my ass watching Reba reruns. Not now, but I would definitely watch that show before too.
Yeah, we had some good ones, like
Step by step, day by day. That was a good show too. Dang, I wanted to kind of like end the episode with something that I learned from my pastor, and it just basically helped me for this week because I had just been going through so many different things, and the name of that sermon that she said was pretty much about having to find loyalty when stuff gets, hold on, it's called the tension of loyalty. That was the name of her sermon. It was a tension of loyalty, and how there's only like triumph when when there is tension. That's when you see when the loyalty happens, because you end up finding out certain things when there's tension. And if you personally know me, then you know that there has been that going on for me this past week. So I was really happy that I listened to that sermon because it kind of gave me more insight on a lot of things that I needed. And something that she said that stood out the most to me was this quote, which is, "Process is going to produce the promise." So I heard this and it kind of like calmed my spirit. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. Again, it's process is going to produce the promise. And you just have to go with the process, and you have to basically
trust the process.
Yeah. And like pretty much like what the sermon was preaching and what she was basically saying is kind of like, we always have this plan, and we always worry about things and things like that. But if we were to just submit to what it is that God's plan is for us, because a lot of the times, like, I know that this past week, like, I've worried about stuff, like almost losing, like waking up in my sleep thinking about it, and it didn't even happen that day, or it didn't even happen at all. And so I just need to be more mindful of that. I know a lot of us have been going through this pandemic together, and so many of us, our mindsets and our mental health has all changed. So just be mindful of that, and, you know, just know that there is a promise for you. Like, you were put on this earth for a specific reason, and you have to fulfill that and walk in the path that you're supposed to walk in, even though there may be rocks in the path, there may be cracks in the path, there may be times where you may fall in the path, but you just have to continue going forward. So, 'cause you can't go back.
Yeah.
Can't go back, because then you're going to have to go through all that shit again. And do you really want to go through all that shit again? I don't think so.
And I know some of us are P. Diddy or Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever he's calling himself these days. I don't want to say that. But at throwing a pity party for ourselves. But we need to also keep in mind that it's just a bad day. And it's okay to have a bad day. It's not a bad life, though.
I know that's right.
You know, so keep that positivity, keep your head up. If you are struggling or seem to can't get out of that funk, either talk it out with someone you love and someone you trust. If not, seek professional help. And there's no shame in that. You know, I can't remove my wisdom teeth. I got to go to a dentist to go ahead and do that. You know, if I could, I would. But sometimes we need professionals to guide us and steer us into the right direction. So don't feel ashamed. You're not crazy. You're not anything. You're perfect the way you are.
You are you.
Just go ahead.
Your journey is yours.
Your journey is yours. There's no, you're in your own race.
That's it.
So yeah. And do you, yeah.
Guys, and with that, remember, we are still in a pandemic. Make sure that you wash your hands and wash your ass. Drink your water and mind your business. And for the 175th time in a row, crazy, it's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves, with my co-host House 600 in the building. And we are out of here. It's that T-Dub. TV, radio, global, worldwide.
It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
Dub, ho.